Hi, I'm Cal, and in this video I'm going to go over the heading widget for BigCommerce. This is available in the Page Builder Widgets app, which adds more widgets to your BigCommerce store. And if you don't have that yet, you can find it in the BigCommerce app store right now. Once you get it installed, you get the widgets turned on in your store. You come into the customizer, you go to custom, and then you'll see a widget called Heading PBW. And we're going to drag that in here. And this is basically for the situations where you need an extra H2 or an H3 on the page. And BigCommerce's native heading widget doesn't give you the ability to control the element type, like whether it's an H2 or an H3, which is obviously important for SEO purposes. So what we do is we drag this into the page. Again, it's called heading PBW. Drag it into the page where you want it. You want to say guitars that rock. Right? Click Save HTML. This will update the text. And by default, it's got a little bit of styling in here. So we want to click into the other tabs that are available: option, spacing, background, and border. Options is where we can change it to the type of heading that we want for SEO purposes. Text style is where we can override the defaults that are coming from our theme. So maybe we don't want it bold, for example, or maybe we want it bold and it's not bold, right? Maybe we want it to be even bigger than what our theme default is. Maybe we want it to be a different color, and maybe we want to change the alignment. We can do all that here within the options tab. The spacing tab is where we control the margin and the padding around it, and you can see that it's got a pretty good amount of padding around it. So maybe we want to change that to like 0 and 20 or even 0 and 10 to make it look good. If we want to add margin around it, we can totally do that too, just like that. Background is where we can apply a background color. So like, let's say we wanted to make it slightly gray, and you can see that now, it looks good, but we would like it to have a little bit of spacing between the element below, and I don't like that it's necessarily like right up against the edge. That's where we can come back to this spacing tab and say, give it a little bit of margin below. And now let's take away the padding to make it kind of vertically centered a little bit better. And let's give it actually a little bit more padding, and let's add some side padding so that it doesn't come all the way to the edge. So 620, 620, and you want to make sure that you do the same thing for the padding on mobile. So I'm just going to duplicate it, but you could also click into the mobile previewer and get the styling exactly how you want it. Maybe you want it to be 10s instead of 20s on mobile for the side padding, just like that. So let's go back to the desktop. That's the spacing tab and the background tab. The only one that's left is the border tab, where we could say give it a solid, uh, maybe let's choose a little bit darker gray and give it like a 1 pixel or a 2 pixel border all the way around it. So if you want to do something like that, you can do all that stuff with the heading PBW widget from Epic Page Builder Widgets. Thanks.